beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your personal details and I will never ask you for credit card details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, we have stepped into 2022. Now, the last couple of years, the planetary alignment has been a little bit difficult. You probably already know that. You don't need me to tell you that. But this year, things get a little bit easier. That said, there are still some twists and turns and a little bit of like plot twist energy going on for 2022. I'm not going to lie to you. Saturn and Uranus are direct. Saturn is the planet of obstruction, rules, regulations, strict energy, whilst Uranus is a little bit of a rogue planet, a little bit misfit energy, where it brings shocking challenges or changes. Now, although that is occurring throughout the year, and collectively I have felt a real sort of strong energy in April and June for those sort of shocking moments to occur, we do have a little something to take the edge off. We do have Jupiter in Pisces right up until May, so the middle of the year. Now, Jupiter is the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. So some of those shock changes and challenges will actually bring opportunity and good luck, okay? Now, Mercury goes into retrograde on the 14th of January, so you may feel a little bit of brain fog right up until right about the middle of February. So it's not detrimental, but it can bring a little bit of frustration. Expect communication to go astray or people to misconstrue what you're trying to say there. Expect to be a little bit misunderstood, unfortunately, during that time. Also check your inbox and sort of messages just to make sure that you don't miss anything there. Now, these cards in particular are to look at things throughout 2022. It's almost like advice, things for you in particular, my beautiful Aries, to focus on as we move throughout 2022. And then I'm going to go through each month as it comes up there, okay? Now, also, we've got Venus in Mercury until, we got Venus in retrograde right until the 29th of January. So expect people from your past to reach out. This is a prime time for friends that you lost touch with or family members that you haven't heard from in ages, reaching out. It can also be a time of exes sort of messaging, say, hey, how you doing? Because it is a very nostalgic time. You may even feel like looking back yourself at situations. You may not want to revisit them, but it is about looking back, nostalgia. Now, that Sun in Capricorn for January may make you feel as well very pragmatic, setting intentions, goals, and moving ahead on a plan. That's what that Capricorn energy does. It looks at where you need to put in hard work and build strategy as you move ahead. So you may have already done that. Now, the first card we got here is the calling. So this is definitely a year for you to be listening to your heart and receiving that call, that life's purpose calling, the thing that really sets you on fire in your soul, that you're really enthusiastic about. And it says here, expect to receive the news that you've been patiently waiting for. Okay, so that's very positive. Calls, texts, news, communication, info. That's why I said be very mindful from the 14th of January, because Mercury does go in retrograde. So if there is an important piece of communication that you're waiting for, a letter, text, phone call, whatever it is, keep checking every day. Make sure it doesn't go into your, spam folder, things like that. Just do your due diligence during this time, right up until the end of the first week into the second week of February, okay? Because that is a time where things can get lost in transition when it comes to technicals or communication. But this is also, it's number 59. So when you reduce it, that's 14. So that is a temperance energy. So this is something that is going to bring a lot of harmony. It's a lot of positive energy, good news coming, but it is something that you've waited patiently for there with that temperance energy. Now, patience is not a word that everybody likes, especially Aries. You are a go-getter. You're an achiever. If you set your mind to doing something, you get going and you do it. So if there's something that you found you've had some blockages or there's been a bit of a delay in it, expect the news to be coming on in. This is your year. And I know we all say this is our year, but I really feel like there's a positive vibe for my beautiful Aries. Don't get me wrong, there are some plot twists, as I said, around about April and June collectively. There's something shifting there, but let's see what else is here. They want you to focus on defensiveness. Okay, now we can all be defensiveness in any given situation. It's about tempering that energy and finding a better way to react to situations, okay? Because sometimes when we become defensive or we meet any situation with a blockage, a defense, it means we're not open to discussion or we're not open to see things from a new perspective. Now, of course, we need to guard our wonderful selves against being hurt, etc., etc. But it's, it's more about knowing what a healthy boundary is rather than a brick wall, okay? And it says here, defensive behavior creates barriers and negative outcomes, guarded, conflict, protective, blame. It's number 40, so when you reduce that, 4 plus 0, of course, is 4, the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about success. It is all about structure, planning for the future, and domination, power, and structure. But the Emperor can be closed off sometimes. In traditional sort of tarot from many, many years ago, the Emperor card used to have like a little, jester in the background sort of hiding. And the jester was always to remind the Emperor to have fun or be a little bit more open to ideas. Because everybody we meet, every circumstance we experience is meant to teach us something. It doesn't matter if you're just going to the store, getting a coffee, and you say, hey, how you doing, to this person who's, giving you your coffee. And they're like, you know what, I'm doing well, but, it's been a tough time. And you're like, yeah, me too. You open a discussion. Every person you meet is there for a reason. If you're stuck in traffic, for example, and someone tries to cut you up and you react to that and you're like, beep, 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 they could have caused you an argument or caused an accident or something like that. It's because you care so much and you're trying to obviously keep yourself safe, but it's about tempering your reaction because there's some things that we cannot do anything about. It just happens. We can only have control over one thing. And that is our reaction to it, okay? Maybe the example about someone cutting you up in a traffic jam is probably not the best image that I'm trying to convey a message through, but it's more about you recognizing what is worth fighting for, what is worth your energy, your temper, your anger, what is worth it and what really is not worth it. For example, you'll never see that person again. They're going to probably cut another person up all the time, okay? So it is about recognizing what is important and what is not, and being open. When you're defensive and you meet situations with defense, it means you're not open to negotiation or discussion, or and they want you to be open to receive abundance in all areas. So I hope that makes sense. And we've got toxic love. So if you tend to be someone who either is experienced people who are codependent or come towards you, use your wonderful love, care, and your fire, because Aries, you are passionate and a half. I'm a Scorpio and I've had a relationship with Aries and whoa, it is on fire. So, whilst it is wonderful and tumultuous and passionate and all of those things, sometimes we get lost in desire, lust, and, so you have to look at what's sort of things you are putting into your body, mind, and soul. Okay, it says here, don't pollute your body by holding on to what you think is for you. So if there is someone that you are magnetized towards, but it seems to go nowhere, and every time you get involved with that situation, it doesn't have to be love as in passion and sex. It can be friendships. It can be family members. If you leave a situation always feeling, unhappy or always feeling like you've lost a piece of yourself each time, recognize this as a toxic love situation. Okay, it says not aligned, drama, low vibrational. It's number 74. Okay, and number 74, when you reduce it, of course, is number 11, because this is about knowing your soul path. You know, what is meant for you. So I feel like you are, you will in divine timing find the right relationships that are meant for you and circumstances. But if something, you know, if you always have to fight to be heard, for example, or there is some sort of unhealthy dynamic within that relationship. Now it's about recognizing it so you can transcend it and release it. We've got mangrove, stay grounded throughout 2022, especially if you've got a plan that requires a lot of hard work, intention, etc., etc. Keep dreaming, but make sure it is rooted and grounded in that plan. It says extend your roots and gain stability. So I feel like that is something that you will be doing in 2022. And we've got sea sponge, energetic absorption, empath. That's so important when you're sort of attracting people who may be lower in vibrations than you, my beautiful Aries. Make sure you protect your wonderful energy because you are an empath. You know, many studies have found that not only humans, but, you know, animals and plants and all of the things absorb energy. We are energy. There was a scientific study. They're bringing it up. I do apologize if you've heard this before because they're showing it to me. They did an energetic study, a scientific study in a museum where they had two plants. And one plant, people who were visiting the museum were asked to pay the compliments to one plant and say how beautiful it was and how loving it was and how, you know, it's gorgeous. And the other plant, they were meant to shout obscenities at the other plant and scream at it and give, you know, hateful things. So everyone who visited the museum did, you know, each thing to each plant. And one plant thrived, the one that was, you know, had wonderful things said to it, and the other one died pretty quickly. Okay, so that was a test. That was a sure sort of indication that we all observe, we observe and we absorb energy. Okay, so make sure you're surrounding yourself with good people or protecting yourself against people who, you know, find themselves stuck in a negative sort of cycle. Very important energy. You can look that thing up online as well, is what they're giving me, that you can look up the scientific experiment. It's quite fascinating. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Let's move straight on to the monthlies. What can my beautiful Aries expect throughout the year? Let's start with January. What's going on there? First card we have is the Sun. So you're looking pretty optimistic as we move through, you know, new dawn, new day, that sort of energy with the Sun card. So I feel like you're trying to be positive even in the most uncertain of circumstances. You're trying to find the motivation, the drive, the energy to pull you through. We got the Chariot card there. We've got the Hangman. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now, just to let you know, I'm using the White Witch Tarot by Maya de Aoust. I'm using the uprights. They're a series of major arcanas, and then I will be clarifying each card with the Mystical Moments Tarot, and I'm using the uprights in those only as well. But when it comes to challenging or clarifying the energy, these two decks, I will be using both reversals and, thank you so much, I'm sure you're grateful, reversals and uprights, just so you're aware of how I'm going to do your spread. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? Also, I'd like to apologize for the length of time that it has taken for me to do your reading. I was very unwell at over the festive period there, and I couldn't even get out of bed. I was that unwell, unfortunately. But I am back to best, but I just don't have the energy that I had before. I'm recouping it a little bit more. So, you know, I usually do about 3 readings, intense readings for you all a day, but it's come down to like 2 and 1. Just because I'm not back to best yet, but I'm on the mend. Okay, anyway, the Sun card, this is your January energy. This is about success. This is about you seeing the way ahead. The Sun card is about an awakening, seeing things with new eyes, seeing things clearly with the Sun. I do feel like there has been some disappointment that has come before this, something that you may have felt was either missed opportunity, or maybe you even felt like you just didn't have the motivation. It's almost like you felt a little bit defeated in some way in 2021. I feel like no matter how you tried, or no matter how you tried to get the energy to push you through, there was this lethargy that I'm feeling. It almost feels, I'm feeling exhausted because of what I went through, but I feel like there was something here where there's moments where you're like, what is the point? What is the point? I feel like you're trying to garner the energy to move forward. But 2022 will actually see you find that motivation, that drive, and you'll be meeting most challenges head on. We got the World card. Yeah, it's coming to a close. You're in a new cycle. This is a very positive time. The World basically means completion, satisfaction, success, and fulfillment. You may also be seeking shores far. I don't know why they're giving to me like this. I feel like it's like vacation. You're seeking to go on a holiday that is hot somewhere, because the World card basically means either relocation or travel in some way to another part of the world. So you may be planning one at the moment, or you may have booked one. Seeking the sun. It's all about rejuvenation. The World is also you wondering your place in the world, and yeah, being curious, because we do have the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. Now, pages, they bring news, so you're definitely going to receive some really good news towards the end of January into February is what they're giving me, but I mean throughout the year I feel like it's going to be pockets of good news popping up for you. The Page of Swords indicates you've got a new focus. You're thinking of things in a different way, and you're learning. I feel like this is about opening yourself up to new ideas, and things are calling for greater investigation. So some of you may actually be learning new skills, putting yourself on courses online to learn a little bit more in order to earn a little bit more, or to make your heart happy. The Page of Cups indicates that there is an opportunity that is so exciting, so thrilling, that just pops out of the blue. It's too good to miss out on, so you may investigate it a little bit further. I mean, it's almost like something thrilling that you did not expect, because when you think about a Page of Cups, that fish, the fish represents abundance, okay? In the Lenormand deck, the goldfish is actually success, abundance, and great opportunities. And it pops out of nowhere in that cup. And it's something that really stops you in your tracks and makes you really think, this is a really good potential moment for me to take action on something. It's about following your bliss, following your heart. So with that Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, there is a piece of information or news that comes in that gives you something to really think about. I feel like you're going to investigate it further, but it really aligns with you following your heart, okay? Pages of Cups also indicates, an open-heartedness, a curiosity, the beginning of something. You start being a little bit more playful. At grassroots, when you take out love or money out of the situation, you just read the Page of Cups. It's about being, your wonderful childlike self. Remembering that life is meant to be enjoyed as well as the struggle. I mean, we've got to experience both. But there's something here, it's almost like you're learning a little bit more about yourself as well, and what you love doing or where your heart wants to go. So some of you may be investigating a move to another country, or deciding to relocate somewhere, and you're investigating it. You're looking at properties, or you're looking at, because when I was doing your meditation, they kept showing me a house. So either a house is really on your mind to move somewhere. It may not even just be down the road or in another state. It may actually be in another country in some way. So I really feel like you're investigating a new way of doing something that makes you feel peaceful, but also reminds you of who you used to be. Because I feel 2021, you may have felt really bogged down in terms of your energy, and it's almost like you lost a piece of yourself, or you felt like you didn't know anymore which direction you were headed in, and then what was the point. But I feel like you're finding that motivation, that drive to move forward in a new cycle and open yourself up to bigger and better things. I also feel like some of you, if you're working for a company, for example, you may be headhunted for an opportunity. You may get an email from a figure in authority, or someone who has an opportunity to give you either a promotion or raise. It's something that you may have been longing for, some excitement or an opportunity, something that you may have been investigating for a while. Like you may have even put your resume out, for example, and sort of spread the word that you're looking for something new, showing your skills, what you've got an opportunity to offer. And you can see this figure there's got their hand on their heart, but you're following your heart. So you're looking for something new, a new way of doing something. I mean, when it comes to love, this could be the start of a new cycle. You meeting somebody new as we move out of January into February, if you're looking for love. I do feel like there's someone who's keeping an eye on you though, so we will clarify that in a moment. Can you please clarify this Page of Cups and this Page of Swords? I mean, yeah, the start of something new. The Ten of Swords in the reverse indicates, you know, you've been down and now you're on the up. Life is a cycle. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. That's just the way it is. It's about how we ride that wave of life for all of us, okay? But that Ten of Swords indicates you're done with being stuck. You're entering a new cycle. Can you please clarify further? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Now, if you haven't heard this news already, you will hear it in the next, well, you'll hear it towards the last week of January into February is what they're giving me. The Justice card is, this is what you truly deserve. The Justice, you will weigh up your options. And this is about you seeking the truth, seeking something that is fair for you, something that will bring you back into balance. The Justice card is basically good karma, okay? You being judged by the universe and then bestowing a gift upon you that allows you to thrive. But whatever decisions you make in this moment, I mean, there may be one thing, well, I feel like there's a couple of opportunities. One is a little bit more sort of straightforward and logical, and it could be that you are using your words or you're writing maybe some sort of presentation or something. I feel like your words, your spoken word is important in some way, but it's about following your heart. So I feel like the opportunity that sort of merges the two is the one that's going to be right for you. But the Justice card indicates you will make a decision, and whatever decision you make in this moment will actually determine what the future holds for the rest of the year. I feel like it is a big deal. It's an indication that a decision needs to be made on one or the other. If some of you have been going through a court case, for example, over the last couple of years, whether you've been going through some sort of legality, it's coming to a final conclusion, and you're going to get some really good news that you're going to celebrate, okay? It's the end of the struggle. The Nine of Wands in the reverse says, you know, this is the wounded warrior in the upright, but you've got it in the reverse. So this means the defenses are down. This means you're having faith, and it's the end of the struggle, whatever that struggle was for you. It's going to be different for everybody, but the sun signifies that there's some really good news coming on in that allows you to be very, very positive as you look forward to the future. Now, I'm just going to, as I said, clarify that Page of Swords, because I do feel like there is someone who has got feelings for you, as it were. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their love situation? Okay, now this could be a Scorpio, or it could also be another Aries, Leo, Sag energy. We got someone here who may have played emotionally manipulative games with you, someone that you may have thought was a player or who was transient in your world. This is someone who's quite chaotic. There's a lot of passion and a lot of chemistry between this person, but it seems like it's an on-off thing, okay? Something that maybe you tried to disconnect from, or you felt like this person disconnected from. We got the Emperor here as well. This person is very, very guarded of their feelings. You may have felt like this person was your counterpart, divine counterpart, maybe even a twin flame energy. The Four of Swords, this person is in a solitary energy. You may be recovering from this, whatever this was. Perhaps you're separated from this person. This person's keeping an eye on you, just so you're aware. They will come towards you wanting a new start. Now, you may feel that before January is out, because Venus is in retrograde until the 29th of January. This person, they think about you a lot. I feel like you represent a carefree sort of energy to them. There's a lot of passion. This person, I feel like this person's a little bit immature, but they have moments of really wanting to plan for the future and settle down, and then they sort of talk themselves out of it. So just be mindful. You did get that toxic love card, so it's something to be mindful of. Can you show me the true intention underneath the Fool card? Can you show me the true intention? We got the Strength card in reverse. This person has low confidence and they struggle. They struggle with loving themselves. And therefore, if you cannot love yourself, you cannot offer love to another person, because we actually, it becomes a bit skewed, okay? So if we do not love ourselves and we have self-loathing, eventually that is projected onto another. So thank you so much, Spirit Guides. The Devil card. This person still got some blockages, still some toxic energy there. I mean, it doesn't have to be toxic energy. It can be that this person is obsessed with you. They can't sort of let you go, but at the same time, it never materializes into something stable. Okay, so just be mindful of that, because this person tends to return. They have not there may be some sort of ego death that is required for this person. They've not quite, they may become aware of their blockages, but they haven't quite got over them. So I would just say be mindful of this person who's keeping an eye on you. Now, also in terms of those who are being headhunted, thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ooh. Okay, this is something that you have longed for a while, and you may have felt like you were passed over for an opportunity, because we got the Tower in the reverse. So you may have felt like you were avoided, or something was denied to you with that King of Swords and you couldn't see why. You worked really hard for this with the Nine of Wands there. You battled away. Interesting that you're getting this. Three of Swords, it may have hurt you a lot. The struggle has been, it's been very difficult, and it's just like the thing that you've been waiting for, it just doesn't seem to show up. There is a change. Can you show me, please, the change? Nine of Swords, there's nothing to worry about. The Nine of Swords is in the reverse. We go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? The Fool card. Yeah, there's unfulfilled potential here, so you are right. Can you show me why this person was passed over? Ten of Pentacles. There's better to come. Ten of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so either it was between you and another person. Basically, they're indicating that, you know, you were pretty close to something, maybe even last year. The World card indicates in the reverse that it may not be fully over, or there is unfulfilled potential here. It's not quite finished. So if you're waiting for something, there was a delay. It may not have been that you didn't get that opportunity. There's something better, something greater in the works. The Page of Pentacles says that there is an offer coming on in, something that you have patiently waited for. It will bring more money. So this is either a promotion, raise, but you won't hear about it until the end of January into February, okay? And the Six of Wands indicates it sort of is in alignment with the good news that's coming on in. Six of Wands literally means good news or some sort of award or recognition for a job well done, it's success. So the thing that you've been waiting for, you may have felt like it was a missed opportunity, or you were not successful. You're not being passed over. There's something better coming on in, and you will hear about it very, very soon, okay? For those of you who are already in a relationship, I feel like you and your person are thinking about either relocating or booking a vacation there, but I do feel like there's a lot of love, and you're both seeing each other, your authentic selves, and deepening that love there. Now, the star energy is February. So this is about clarity, but it's also about hope. So the star energy can be about healing, but I feel more than this is about you opening yourself up to a new phase of life, embracing new ideas, and a lot of personal growth. This is about serenity, peace, and you're going to look back on previous years, even in February, and realize that you've come a lot farther than you expected, a lot further than you expected. And with the star energy, this is about inspiration. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be encouraged to open yourself up to new ideas, new beginning. You're following your heart, and you're negotiating really good deals with that star energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I really do feel like this is a bit of a wish come true month for you. The stars are aligning to bring you something that you've been truly manifesting. It could be love if you're looking for love, because we do have, yeah, King of Pentacles there. We do have the Lovers following it. So I do feel like this is something that's very positive energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please, I mean, it can be partnerships, business partnerships as well. I mean, you got the Six of Wands again for the second time with a different deck. So there's really successful news, a lot of good news here. This is about, when you think about the hummingbird, this is about sweet reward for all of your hard work. This is about recognition. Some of you will be stepping into the spotlight if you're wanting to be someone who actually is famous, or if you're in a position where you are dealing with the public and you're known in some way. This is about your star rising. This is about you being in the spotlight, because you got the Sun card and you got the Star card sort of back to back. So that's a lot of sort of energetic light being shone upon you to grow exponentially in your business. Six of Wands again is like literally, the Six of Wands means stepping into the limelight, okay, aligning yourself with success, being noticed for what you do, being an influencer, or you know, doing something for the highest good of all. With that, I feel like you're going to be basking in some sort of good news, but you worked for this. You worked hard for this, Aries, whatever this is. The King of Pentacles indicates it's attached to something really solid or good in terms of financial sort of growth there. I do feel like you're being raised up in this month. This is about you having the Midas touch. Whatever it is that you're manifesting there, I feel like this is a solid amount of money. You're making good decisions and you're being rewarded heavily for either a project or a job that you did. If some of you have lost your job in 2020 or 2021, there is an indication, especially in January, that there is news on a job or a project that will sort of take your attention, and you're going to start to see the rewards of that. I mean, you know, if you start something in January, you know, I feel like the paycheck will come the following month. You know, the way it works when you work for a company and things like that, it's a large amount of money. Okay, this is a really good prospect. So if you're looking for a job opportunity, I feel like you get the opportunity to take a job. I feel like there's two opportunities in particular in January, and you totally boss up there in February. For those of you who are running your own company, I definitely feel like there is a lot of success around this, a lot more money, a lot more growth there, financial wealth, and I feel like there's some really good news coming on in. You're being rewarded for something. This is almost like bonus month. Okay, so if you do work for a company, for example, and you've been thinking that you're expecting a bonus or a raise or a promotion, I know economically it's not the time period that everybody's going to receive things like that, because we're going through a very difficult period in humanity, let alone economically as well, but I feel like you will get a little bit of a surprise, okay, for work morale and things like that. So this is really auspicious news. Again, if you are someone who wants to be famous or creative and you're in some way, or maybe you're even someone who is recognized within your community, I feel like people are going to be celebrating you in some way for some sort of good news that has come your way, okay? Now, this is very exciting. The beginning of the year, Jupiter seems to be shining its light on you, my beautiful Aries. The Lover's card is about unity. Now, this is March. March is about oneness. Okay, the Lover's card used to be called the Choice card. Okay, so I do feel like you do have some options there. You've got a directional gauge. The Lover's card asks you to pick a direction. You also have the Chariot right after it, okay, which is also a directional gauge. So you do have some choices in March and April to make there that is in alignment with your heart. But when you get the Lover's card, this is about you choosing from your heart and partnering up with the right people, unification, you know, your soul tribe. Perhaps it's creative partnerships or relationships are blossoming. It could also be that you are in a business partnership in some way, or if you're an entrepreneur, you could be partnering up with a brand in order to expand your sort of sphere, as it were, and your reach. The Lover's card is about following with your heart and you know, finding a soulmate, for example. So let me just clarify what this energy is for you. It's a Gemini energy, which is about duality. So some of you could be, for example, doing two jobs. You know, you could have two opportunities to bring in finances, and I feel like you may have to multitask between the two, but they're going to be financially very, very successful. We've got, oh my gosh, Aries, come on, what's going on here? I'm feeling the energy before the card comes up to clarify. You see me shuffling. We got the King of Pentacles again. You know, get that purse, that wallet wide open, because the money's going to come from the sky. It's going to fill your wallet. I mean, there's a lot of financial potential in February and March for you, okay? I mean, that King of Pentacles indicates you being at the top of your game, being a leader. Some of you are actually going to be stepping into a leadership role, one that's got more responsibility, but also more power and more. Two kings could also be partnership, because we've got that. I mean, this is a Gemini energy as well. And we've got Taurus energy. So I feel like this is something, a plan of action that you took. Now, this could be two people, you and another person, totally bossing up together in a partnership. But if it's not, it could be someone who actually wants to bestow something fair upon you. They've been thinking about the way that you work for a while, and they want to reward you for something. They've been putting all the pieces together. As you can see, this King of Swords there, all those stars are starting to align, because this king is sewing them all together. Okay, so this is about the King of Swords tends to be about using your intellectual mind with a plan, you know, thinking before you act, and then as soon as you act on something, it becoming very, very financially rewarding. This is about expanding your business as well, strategy. So if this is both your energies that you're embodying there, my beautiful Aries, then you are a force to be reckoned with in the first part of the year, okay, on whatever plans you are activating. Now, everybody's plan is different. Everybody's going to view success in a different way. So whatever success means for you, it looks like you are totally capitalizing on your full potential in these couple of months. You may also gain a little bit of help from somebody who either gives you good advice or puts you forward for a position. There's definitely partnerships blossoming, thriving, and being very, very successful. I mean, this could be two family members coming together to set up an idea that you had. It could also be that you're partnering up with someone that you really care about, or friend, or it could be someone that you already work with who gives you like a hot tip that really helps you out. But the Chariot card in April means success. Now, collectively, as I said, Saturn and Uranus being direct is all about obstruction, shock, changes, and challenges. But the Chariot card says you in particular, Aries, are going to navigate this time period with success and panache. The Chariot card is about motivation, drive, and success. It's victory card. So I do feel like you can overcome any obstacles and you're determined to succeed. You can be self-assured that any challenge that you meet, you will navigate a way around it, take action, and move forward. The Chariot card also is about a journey. It can be a physical journey or a spiritual one, but I do feel like it's a physical journey. Some of you may actually be buying a car in this month as well, is what they're giving me. But the Chariot card is a directional gauge. You'll have a fork in the road. It reminds you that you are the master or the mistress of your own destiny. And whilst you are taking charge of things, especially with those double kings coming out there, you also have to work with spirit. You have to work with fate, because the traditional cards with the Chariot on there, there's sphinxes or horses that drive the chariot. There's no reins. The person in the driving seat of the chariot, there's no reins. So there's an element of fate intervening to bring you a destined outcome, but also your intention. Thoughts become things. Aries, there's no, it's no accident that the Magician card is actually your card, Aries, because your thoughts become things. The Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords indicates, self-sabotage sometimes, letting the past situations rule us. Four Wands, you've got celebration here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Okay, oh my gosh. I'm serious. Every month? What is going on here? Hello? This is crazy. I'm loving it, but it's crazy. Okay, so we do have, in this particular month, the Chariot card, as I said, you've got a directional gauge to go on there. The Five of Swords is about mental conflict, and sometimes we sabotage ourselves when we think too long about something, okay? But if you can see with this particular card, there's a ghost of the past here. So this is like a past lesson, either learned from somebody else, or it's a past heartbreak, because we do have a Three of Swords here. Something you felt like you lost out on, okay? You're leaving it in the past, but it's still it's something you remember. It left a bitter taste in your mouth. She's taking the lesson with her. She's taking a piece of it with her, but she's blossoming despite the circumstances. Whatever hurt her made her stronger, and she blossomed regardless. So that is what you are doing, especially with this Three of Swords as well. Someone or a situation really hurt you in 2021, may have been an ongoing hurt, but I feel like it's left its mark. You've learnt the lesson. You can see the red flags as you move forward, and you're thriving despite of it, blossoming there. There's a rose forming around the situation. We've got that Ten of Swords as well. The Ten of Swords is about overthinking things, but it is the indication that some endings are meant to be graceful and let go of. We can find the silver lining in letting old situations shed away. When we get a Ten of Swords, it does remind us that, we could be just leaving an old way of thinking behind. Because each one of those are swords. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. So, it's about the things that we tell ourselves. We sabotage ourselves sometimes and recognize that we're not strong enough, or we think that we're not good enough. So sometimes we get in our own way. So this Ten of Swords could be an old way of thinking that we are releasing, where we feel like we get in our own way and sabotage ourselves. But if this is a person who has caused some sort of hurt towards you in some way, you're no longer putting up with it. You're letting it go. The circumstances are being left fully in the past, and you are responding differently to these challenging situations because you've really thought about it. It's given you a pure headache, but you're overcoming it. The Four of Wands is celebration. So if anyone's hurt you in the past, I feel like you're moving away from that energy, and they're going to watch you thrive and rise. And they're not going to be part of your life. They're just going to watch from the sidelines. But the Four of Wands indicates there's some sort of celebration here for you. Now, this could be someone that you are partnering up with, or it could be someone that, you haven't seen from in a while, and you reunite with them and you share each other's success. Because we've got the Four of Wands, two people celebrating. Four of Wands tends to mean, meeting a finish line, or, completely like being celebrated for winning something. It is a victory, and it brings stability with that Four of Wands. But we've got those two kings again, which means an idea that you either set in motion with yourself or you were planning on your own has really sort of taken off and financially is very rewarding. Could also be a potential partnership here where both of you celebrate some sort of win. So the Chariot card is literally a winning month for you as well. Okay, then we move straight on in to the Hangman energy. So May, there's a bit of a pause, okay? Bit of a pause with the Hangman, and it is about seeing things in a different light. Things may have felt uncomfortable. You have to release something that no longer serves you or hurts you in some way, and it's about time. As you can see, the timer means it's been going on a long time, whatever this was, and it became so uncomfortable that you had to end that energy. The death card symbol right in the center signifies change, and there was a breakthrough, reaching up for your happiness. Okay, so the thing that you set out to find, I feel like you're breaking through and you are achieving it. But there may be a bit of a pause going on in May for you. So let us see what that is. I'm getting a real energy of sacrifice. You looking at the sacrifices that you made in order to get to where you are in this month and how they were worth it. But along the way, there were a lot of tears, a lot of frustration, moments of feeling like you wanted to give up or that it was never going to happen. But now it's happening for you. We got the Page of Wands, so you're curious about something, stepping out of a comfort zone. So there's more news here. It's related to more finances. So whilst you may be looking at love as well, coming on in for 2022, if you are single looking for love, I do feel like there is love available to you, but you seem to be really focusing on building your empire or, enjoying the year a little bit more, getting out there, having a bit more freedom, coming back to who you are and your center. The Page of Wands is about excitement. It's about stepping out of a comfort zone. It's being open-hearted and sort of being creative, having that lust for life. So I feel like you're curious about an idea, or there's some sort of news that comes on in that has you really quite excited about it. You want to take a closer look. I do feel like this is about you venturing forth boldly to achieve a goal or a dream. And the Knight of Pentacles indicates it was something that was slow moving. You may have even thought, the Knight of Pentacles and the Hangman, it is slow moving energy. So I feel like once it shows up, it is stable, it is staying around, but this is something that you worked really hard for. This is, you leading with integrity, persevering on something, making really good decisions, and your stamina and your commitment sees you, really thrive and sort of succeed at something. It's almost like this is a bonus on top of whatever it is that you are receiving. A bit of a like cherry on top, as it were. But the Page of Wands, I feel like you're exploring your options, okay, to either capitalize or be more stable in some way. I'm just going to pull a card on that just to see what's going on with that Knight of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, my angels. The World card, success, completion. Something, it's like a new cycle. You keep getting the same cards out of this deck too. So that is a true indication that, there is a very positive year ahead for you. Now, you could be learning something because the World card can connect to a lesson in some way. So something that you're curious about, you learn a little bit more about, for example, I feel like it's going to be very, very fruitful. This is a very positive combination, okay? This sees you completing something that's a pure victory wreath around that person. So I feel like everything's coming into balance for you. Something that you were curious about, it works out the way that you were hoping for, okay? Now we do have the Hangman straight after. So the sorry, the Hangman, straight after that is the Hermit. So there is a little bit of a pause in May. Things just slow down a little bit more for you, my beautiful Aries. And we've got Hermit mode. So there, when we got that Page of Wands there, it means you're curious about something. So you may feel like you have to go off radar around about June time in order to gain a little bit more truth about your journey, regroup your energy and have no distractions from the world. We did get the World card just there as well, so there may be some sort of worldly shift that sort of implements its energy collectively, where you have to take a step back, okay? Because the Hangman is a pause energy, so there may be some world influence going on there. As I said, April and June is what I'm feeling collectively for everyone, but May into June, I mean, it stands to reason it could be the same. The Hangman is, again, a little bit of a pause. It's a temporary timeout. So you may feel like going off radar or off grid for a bit to really think about your next step, to really be reflective about the world around you, not have any distractions, but there may be something that you really need to work on and focus on and concentrate on. And, you may need to regroup your energy. So I feel like you're going a little bit off grid there with that Hermit energy. You're looking inwards. The Hermit doesn't take himself into the cave until he feels completely world weary. So you may feel a little bit exhausted, especially if you're completing a new cycle. When you end one cycle, you're completely exhausted. You regroup before you enter the new one. So let's see what the Hermit is for you. King of Wands, Aries, this is all about you, okay? That's 3 kings so far. Okay, let's see if we get the 4th one for the win. I mean, you've had a double of the kings coming out, but this is the 3rd king here. Now, the King of Wands is your energy. This is about passion. This is about influence. This is about desire, going after your goals and dreams and, having that courage. There's definitely a leadership vibe about you in 2022. No matter what you do, I feel like you're owning it. The King of Wands energy is success. It is about using your creativity and bossing up. I mean, look at the fleur-de-lis on top there. The fleur-de-lis indicates, Emperor energy. So you are stepping up, you are rising in 2022. But the Hermit says it's all about you. You're trying to regroup your energy. Okay, even though this is a Virgo energy, it's about looking inwards to find yourself, because this is your energy. So I feel like there is you're trying to pick up the courage or the motivation, the drive. You're rejuvenating your energy to take the next step. You may even be strategizing. This is about you finding your enthusiasm for life and being that go-getter again. So I feel like you are recouping your energy there, and you actually do have a lot of influence, my beautiful Aries. I feel like other people look towards you in awe at the things that you will achieve in 2022. They may even reach out to you for advice, okay? But it seems like this month in particular is a little bit of a hibernation mode for you, which is not typically your energy, but I feel like you'll be a little bit more off-grid than usual in June. Now, as we move into July, we've got Temperance. Patience. Okay, so although you've taken the foot off the pedal a little bit in June there, July is still a bit of a steady month. It basically means go slowly. Now, there is purpose in patience. It means we don't miss anything. It means we get an opportunity to re-examine our priorities and make sure we're on the right path. But there's something here that you may have felt was a little bit anxious or may make you feel a little bit nervous. And you may be trying to patiently wait for some sort of news before realizing that there is peace by following your heart. So let us see what the Temperance card means for you in particular, because it seems to be that these 2 months, well, these 3 months in particular, are a little bit of a slow go month, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries regarding the Temperance energy? What does that mean for them? The 7 of Cups, there's some decisions you have to make. 7 of Cups is options. Okay, so I feel like you're looking at things that you've done before, you've realized in the past, and you're looking at what would really make you happy. What is a wish come true right now? And you're focusing on that, because there's no point in manifesting unless you're going to go big or go home, right? So I feel like you are definitely manifesting a dream come true, but there are options. So it's about picking that, and that's why you got that Temperance card, because you may be trying to make a decision, and when we are presented with choice, sometimes we get a little bit nervous because we don't want to make the wrong choice, okay? There can be know such, there we go. There's the Nine of Swords, the anxiety that I'm feeling from this sort of energy. The Nine of Swords tends to mean that there's nothing really to worry about, but sometimes our mind, our paranoia, sometimes we get to that stage where we work ourselves up into a tizzy, as it were. But this may be a month where you have to make a decision on something and it makes you a little bit nervous. Let's see a little bit more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Make sure you try and get enough sleep in this particular month, okay? Because you want to, I feel like you need to be ready for some sort of action. Five of Swords. Same card's coming out for you, Five of Swords there. So Five of Swords could be a worry about loss. You're investigating something with that Page of Swords again. I feel like your knowledge, you have everything you need to make this decision, but you may seek a little bit more. Two of Pentacles. Oh, they want one more. That's unusual. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Now, right now they're showing me, and this is, I feel not related, but they're showing me, it's like a collage of photos of lots of people together, different photographs, different time periods. So it's almost like a collage of you and your family and friends all at different places. Everything. Either this was gifted to you or you made this as a, I feel like it was a gift. That's what I'm feeling. So either it was gifted to you. It could have been a card that has a collage on it, or it just looks like it's something you would want to frame, and it's got moments, snapshots of life in different moments of all of you being together at different times. They're just showing me that right now. So either as you're listening to this reading, you've been looking back or feeling nostalgic and looking at something like that as you're listening to this reading, or you've just put it away, or you just put it up in a frame or something like that. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. So if it does not resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means that person, their attention may have wavered for a moment. I scry at the same time as doing the reading, and that's really the first kind of image that they've given me that's a solid image. Okay, so that's what I'm just getting there. Now we've got the Five of Swords, which is that sabotage energy. If we overthink things and we start to feel a little bit of anxiety, sometimes we feel the fear and it stops us, prevents us from moving forward on something. I mean, for you to have the Page of Swords to investigate something new, plus the Two of Pentacles, this is about you having a choice, that you are trying to find the most stable option. Recognize that, you know, there has to be a balance. Okay, with that. So I feel like you've got multiple opportunities here and you'll be weighing up your options. Get a little bit more information on them. I do feel like you are protected and stable during a time of uncertainty, because the Moon card, this particular Moon card, has a fox on it. So I feel like you're being very clever in strategizing, but I would not let yourself be overwhelmed by fear. Okay, I'm going to pull another card just to clarify this. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please clarify? Because the Moon can talk about fears. And sometimes, especially when we get the Moon in the upright, this is about releasing fear or illusion, or recognizing that there's something that is in some way making you nervous. Page of Swords, you're getting the same. They're saying investigate. I mean, you could get any card from this deck, Aries, and they're saying, you know, do your due diligence, investigate things a little bit further. If you've only scratched the surface on something, dig a little bit deeper. Okay, if you don't know the answer, ask someone or find the a way of exploring this in another direction. Learning. Okay, the Page of Swords is about being curious. Open yourself up. I'm going to go one more. I mean, it's really uncanny. They're giving you the exact same cards from different decks. I feel like they want that one. I'm going to have to let it go. The Devil card. So there is some sort of, if you don't investigate this a little bit further, it could make you feel stuck. The Devil card is like a blockage. Devil card is not an evil card. You will see. The Star card, you will see the light. You will see, I was about to say the Devil card is not an evil card. It is a card to make you aware of a blockage or something that you feel bonded to or tied to that you can't get out of. So for example, if you've got a couple of options, maybe there was a new option in a contract available to you, and you're thinking, oh, this is a wonderful contract, but I really don't like that sentence because it says I have to give my time, my energy, my everything to this company for 2 years. What if I don't want to do that? I'm going to be stuck for 2 years. I can't do anything else. You may think that's a really great idea, but you may not feel like it's a good idea. So it's about illuminating where you may feel blocked. the star energy indicates you will see the way. You will be hopeful or remain hopeful in this situation. Embrace those new ideas and open yourself up to your intuition, but also to your inspiration. Okay, you will see the light. You will find a way of overcoming the darkness or the anxiety in this situation. But I would say this particular month for you is one of pausing in order to investigate a little bit deeper. Don't go fast in this month is what they're kind of indicating. Have patience. Okay, now we do have the Hierophant. The Hierophant energy is about learning, of course. So it's really interesting that each card seems to follow on from the past one. The Hierophant is about a rigid system. It could be that the doors are opening. People are actually noticing who you are. The higher-ups, are the hierarchy, as it were, are opening the doors. They're discovering you. They're learning a little bit more about you. I do feel like with the Hierophant, this is about commitment, your commitment to your goals, your dreams, but also to learning a little bit more about your journey as you move forward. Some of you, if you're in a loving relationship, you may actually decide to get married this year as well with the Hierophant card there. If you're in a solitary energy and you're looking for love, I definitely feel like this is the year to meet someone that you'll partner up with and have a really deep commitment with them. But if you're in a relationship already, I do feel like you can move it to the next stage. If you're already married, then this could be about deepening your vows or learning a little bit more about each other, learning a little bit more about patience with each other. We've got the Seven of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide the World? I feel like you're closing out a cycle of mistrust there. Yeah, we've got the Knight of Cups here. Closing out a cycle of mistrust. They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. Ace of Cups, there's definitely love here. This is definitely learning more about love, about your needs, and deepening your commitment to loving relationships. The Seven of Swords is not a nice card. It is a card of dishonesty or betrayal in some way. And the World card signifies this is the end to relationships or situations where people have tried to either pull a fast one or abuse your wonderful kindness, my beautiful Aries. I mean, we're always going to meet people who are not 100% high vibe, of course, but I feel like there is a cycle of mistrust or a cycle of being betrayed by somebody or something is coming to an end. Okay, you're opening yourself up to love. So if you've had trust issues in the past with relationships, and you found it difficult to move past what has gone before. Because remember, that Five of Swords is about leaving it in the past, taking the lesson with you and blossoming despite it. So the Knight of Cups says you're opening your heart. You're opening your heart up to healthy situations, healthy love. This is about romance. The Knight of Cups tends to be about raw sort of emotion, opening yourself up to a romantic attraction. Let yourself love and be loved, they just said. Let yourself love and be loved. So it is a call to fall in love with yourself and recognize that you are lovable, and you'll be deepening your commitment to love. There's definitely, I mean, it's all about love. You could have got any card. The Ace of Cups is, an energy of love overflowing, relationships being positive, there being a lot of possibilities available to you, and you being really optimistic, bringing your dreams into life. Okay, so whether your dream is to partner up with a loving relationship, if this is about work, this is some sort of success despite someone either trying to give you a setback in some way or someone trying to steal your ideas. I would say they're saying for success, keep your ideas to yourself. Okay, you're very independent. You don't need to shout about your work. Let your work shout for you. So I feel there's opportunity in abundance available to you in this particular month. But you're closing or shutting down a cycle where either someone has tried to hold you back or in some way steal your ideas, or something negative. There's a mistrust thing, but it's coming to an end. Okay, I would say as well that this is even in the darkness. Especially we've got the World there, so I feel like this is a positive shift worldly, that there is going to be an opening up of peace, and that I feel like even in the darkest of places, you are going to illuminate your light. And they gave me this sentence in one of the readings a couple of days ago. They're giving it to me again. I feel like it's very profound. It's not going to be for everybody, but I'm just going to give it to you because this is what they're giving me right now, which is if you cannot find the light, It's because you are the light. You are the source of change. And whilst that does feel like it's a lot of responsibility, if you are your wonderful self, you will find that you are that beacon of light. Okay, if you lead with authenticity and just be you. Okay, it's so important that we just recognize we need to embrace our authentic selves. That's how humanity shifts into a more positive vibration. Okay, but this is an offer here, either to do something that you love, an opportunity coming on in, or this is an offer of love to deepen a commitment in some way in a loving relationship. But it's the end of a cycle of negativity and mistrust. Okay, now we move into the Strength card energy. And this is September time. The Hierophant was in August. Also in August, I feel like you may open yourself up to some sort of course to learn in some way. I feel like you're going to meet your expectations, as it were. If you're trying to aim or achieve something, I feel like you meet your expectation in August. In particular, the Strength card is about self-love, but it's also about surrender and overcoming the struggle. So I do feel like it's about you having courage to, find your inner power and go after whatever it is you truly deserve and desire and overcome those obstacles within yourself. The Strength card, you've had to be strong, Aries, because that was the circumstances that you were given for this life journey. And you were not given a difficult journey if they didn't think you were strong enough to take it, okay? So let us see what the Strength card has in store for you. We got the Queen of Cups, self-care. Okay, Queen of Cups tends to be about self-love, creating healthy boundaries, and emotional security. You're a healer. You're someone who is an empath, and it is about protecting your wonderful feelings. As you see, she's sitting on a wonderful shell there. So it is about opening up when you feel it is necessary to and it is safe to, but also recognizing that sometimes we have to close ourselves off for self-care. Okay, when you get this card, it's a reminder to be your best friend to yourself. Okay, look after your own needs, because whilst we want to give love and receive love, sometimes if we're over giving, we leave little for ourselves. So this is about being compassionate with yourself as well. You have so much to give. You're so healing, so supportive, so nurturing and caring of everybody. Remember to be generous just as much to yourself, okay? That's why those two cards are paired up together. So you got a lot of love to offer, but make sure some of it is saved for you, my beautiful Aries. Even though you're a fire element, this is about you absorbing that water energy of being flexible, but also opening yourself up to love, but making sure that you take some self-care time out for yourself. Also, as you can see, we've got the seahorse there. Seahorses, they tend to partner up for life. So you will find the right opportunities and the right people that vibe with your soul, as long as you stay true to yourself and make sure that you have the courage to be your wonderful, authentic self, okay? Then we move into Emperor energy. So whilst you're recouping your energy here and saving it for the good fight, the things that are necessary in your world, we've got a reason why. We step into October for you, and we've got the Emperor, which is your card. This is about you completely coming into your own energy, being successful. The strategy that you've sort of implemented throughout the year, this is your dominant power month, okay? A lot of success here. Whatever it is that you were planning, I feel like this is you sort of really seeing the fruits of your labor. And I feel with the Emperor energy, you're actually in charge. That's what I feel completely. Now also the Emperor energy can be about getting advice from an authoritative figure, okay? Having confidence, but also wherever you need extra guidance, reaching out. I mean, some of you could be looking online on how to set up a YouTube channel and see that there's a certain person that you think, oh, they've managed to do what I'm looking to do. You may not be wanting to do the exact same thing. You got your own unique, authentic way of doing it, but you may look at them towards seeing a structure or seeing how they did it or how they did not do it, so you don't fall into any pitfalls. The first card you got there is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is about celebration. It's about friendships. The Ace of Wands. There's a new project in here that sees you survive and thrive. Hermit energy. This may be something that is connected to the June energy, something you... Oh my gosh, they said a little something for you. I'm scrying at the same time, so my energy is completely zoned in the water. Okay, for images, because they're actually showing me an image right now that's caught my attention. I don't really see the cards until I look at them, but they just said a little something. So here we go. Let's see what this one is for you. The Death card. Okay, so this is going to change your life. This is incredible energy. Now, we will come to that in a moment. I'm just going to get to grips with this image that they were showing me. They're showing me a seagull. Okay, now the seagull, seagulls, when you really look at them, they're actually quite goofy looking when they're walking. I never really noticed that about a seagull. But they're just showing me the seagull now open the expanse of their wings, and it's really long. Okay, so this is about expansion, seeing a bird's eye view perhaps. Seagull, perhaps you're moving to the sea in some way. Seagull. Seagulls, they sort of glide, don't they? And then they swoop in and they just, you know, grab an opportunity. So maybe you feel like you've been waiting for this particular moment all along, and now's the target moment. Okay, not unless you're somewhere where there is a seagull right now, or you're looking at a picture of a seagull, or a seagull is important to you. Perhaps you just read the book. Oh, that's interesting. They're just giving me a name in a book. That's why. Is it Livingstone? Jonathan Seagull, Livingstone, Jonathan Livingstone Seagull, Jonathan Livingstone. I can't see the name, but they're giving me the name. So either your name is Jonathan or Livingstone or Seagull. I'm gonna have to look up that. I think in the back of my mind somewhere, I think I have a memory of that actually being a book. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it. I'm gonna look it up after the reading. But I feel like it feels like you're coming completely out of your comfort zone, doing something different that nobody else has done maybe in your family before, or you're doing something that's so unique that people talk about it. That's what I feel, okay? So either you've just been reading that book, or there's something about that book. If it is a book, I think it is a book, to be honest. But I'll look it up. So anyway, I'll leave that there. But you are definitely the talk of the town. Let's put it that way when we come into this particular month. And it's for success. The Ace of Wands is a desire to create either a new project, or this is about a major breakthrough. When you have an Ace of Wands like this means you're aligning yourself with your goals, your dreams, and with success. This is on the physical plane, a new chapter in your life, and it is something that you're daring to do, that you are achieving, something sent by spirit. The Ace of Wands is like your motivation, your drive, but an idea that has been given by spirit for you to succeed with, okay? And Three Cups says you're going to be celebrated for this. Your friends are going to be talking about you. This is a strong circle of support. But it's interesting because the Hermit energy comes off the back of that. So you may feel a little bit overwhelmed, okay, by people talking about you, or in some way because you withdraw. Okay, this is something that you had to do on your own. So I'm going to pull a card separately on this Hermit energy because I feel like you withdraw, and the Death card signals the end of something. You know, she is blossoming from the inside. It's a transition. So it is a very positive transformation here that will happen for your highest good. It's a welcome process. It's welcoming the new. But let me just pull a quick card on that Hermit. The Hermit indicates you have a lot of wisdom. You're going to be noticed for shining your light. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Four of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, so either some of you are going to be leaving home or actually going further afield. The Four of Wands there in the reverse can mean like you are disconnecting in some way from people, or I mean the new start there, the Ten of Swords, new start. You could be leaving home for a new start elsewhere. And it sets tongues wagging or something like that, or you feel like you need to disconnect from people. Eight of Wands in the reverse. One more. Thank you so much. It's frustrating energy that I'm getting. It's like King of Wands. Yeah, like, I mean, you're disconnecting. It's almost like you're disappearing. Okay, the King of Wands in the reverse. It's like you're going off grid for a new start in some way. You may even feel like there's a real opportunity. You know, I'm just getting this energy, and I have to give you what I'm getting. It's like, you know, when you're successful, you feel compelled to keep going and thriving and being more successful and more. The more successful you are, the more you have to do, and the more you have to sort of keep yourself on a level. I feel like it's a real opportunity to get, I mean, you got all those three kings, right? And then you're getting to the emperor mode. So you're really stepping into your absolute power. So this is like another step up the ladder. A huge opportunity that maybe you may feel you're a little bit worried, that you feel like you're not ready for, or you feel like you want to put it off or delay it, or you're going to go silent on it. You don't want to talk about it because you don't want to jinx it. That's what I'm feeling with this. But I do feel like you are ready for this. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, they just keep giving me this energy of you like putting the brakes on something, going off. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is, you know, workaholism. It could also be jealousy. You may feel like you don't want anyone to know what you're up to because you feel some people don't, not everybody's got your back there. High Priestess. Yeah, it's like you're going off grid. I can't, each card tells me you're going off grid. The High Priestess, is about, you know, being mysterious, going off grid, you know, not trusting a situation. There's people gossiping or, you know, secrets or something like that. Because you don't want to lose out. You know, when you're going for something big, sometimes you don't talk about it in case you don't get it. So I feel like you're just completely like going a bit off grid in this month with regards to some sort of success, because you're worried that either you're not going to be successful, or you feel like I'm just going to go and pull you know, that separate card on the Hermit. Can you please show me the Hermit on its own? Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like Nine of Cups in reverse literally means an unrealistic expectation. So there may be something that you're going for that's like super, super big, dreaming bold, dreaming big, and you just want to keep it to yourself because you're like, this is a big one. Seven of Swords in the reverse. You're not running away, but I feel like you are, if you don't succeed, you don't want to be caught out at failing. I mean, we all have those feelings. Yeah, delays. What if you have a setback? So, I mean, they're given the same energy. So I'm going to leave that there. That's a particular month where you're just going to be a little bit sort of solitary energy, trying to maintain your success, but you're reaching for something even bigger than before. And you may just keep it to yourself because you're a little bit worried. Like, what if I can't do this? Or what if? I feel like it's going to be something that you're going to be successful at, but there may be a little bit of nerves around it. As we move into November, this is the High Priestess. So this is, you know, you sort of recognizing that some things are not logical. You're in between worlds, you feel. You're like, trying to work out your way intuitively. There's something here that you just know is going to happen. Can you please clarify that, High Priestess? Seven of Cups. This comes back to this choice or some options here where you're choosing a wish, an absolute dream come true. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Six of Pentacles. The universe is very kind to you, bestowing an unexpected gift for you. So it's almost like something, there's a bit of a plot twist in this month where you recognize some things are just not logical. It's like all of a sudden, the universe sends you a gift. Eight of Swords. You've been worried about this. It's almost like they show you a way out, or they show you that, I mean, the Lovers. Partnerships. I would say, you know, if you're worrying about something, reach out to others. I wouldn't say, I mean, you're getting the same cards. I would say don't keep it all to yourself, because the Eight of Swords is a self-imposed worry. Okay, you need to release yourself from overthinking, release yourself from, you know, feeling like you can't do something. As you can see, this figure there was born to fly, but is keeping himself or herself in that cage, even though the cage is wide open. She's too busy looking down, crying, or he's too busy looking down, crying, or being anxious about the potentials of what could go wrong, catastrophizing, when she's not looking up, seeing that there is a way out of that cage. Okay, so I feel like there is, you have to gain some clarity here. But it could be that you've got a set of choices to make. Okay, and because you're reaching for the stars, you're shooting for the stars there, you're worried that you may fail. The universe is going to bring you a real gift along there with that Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, an unexpected resource from the universe. You know, it's normally a financial gift that helps you. You're going to be given a little bit more than others, as it were. But, I mean, you may reach out and find balance and harmony by speaking to people, because you just got 2 cards of balance and harmony and partnerships. Okay, meeting people halfway. So I feel like with this, the Lover's card, there is a choice available to you. Each card is telling me there's a choice in particular. Use your intuition. It will never lead you astray. But if you're really curious, you know, come out of a comfort zone. Ask friends, ask people, ask a person in authority for help. I don't feel like you're going to need help as in you're destitute. I feel like this is you struggling with a decision or an idea, and you just want some advice to get a little bit of clarity, okay, to see where you're truly at. But I feel like you're doing something bold, something that you either have not done before or your family has not done before. It's hold true to your vision. Don't give up on it. But I feel like either you're partnering up with somebody. I mean, this could be in love. This could be that, you know, someone who maybe Aries, you've struggled with commitment, whether with people who have commitment issues or you yourself have struggled with commitment, and you're finding a balance and you're actually being bold and going after love and finding your soulmate and partnering up with them for life. Okay, so I do feel like it's about merging that oneness as we are in November. But your intuition is key when you're wrestling with finding some answers in this particular month. Okay, I'm just going to see if there's anything more they can give me on that before I move on to December. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Now, right now, they're showing me a racehorse galloping away. I can see all of the horses. There's lots of them, but there's one in particular that's in the front. They're giving me the number 6. Okay, I just wanted to just check. They're giving me the number 6. So either the racehorse has a number 6 on it, or number 6 is an important meaning for you. 6 is the number of balance, harmony, partnerships. So, I mean, I don't imagine there's many people out there listening to me who actually own a racehorse. That'd be really cool. But racehorses tend to mean, you know, and this racehorse in particular is out on front. So I feel like you're winning. Okay, if you remain balanced and, you know, and patient and just keep focused and aligned with your true intentions, you will be successful. They're just showing me it running. Actually, now they're showing me running past the finish line. So there is a finish line that you're going to win in something. Don't run away. Okay, the 7 of Swords in reverse, like don't run away from a tough decision, or don't. It's almost like keep going. You will win. I'm going to go one more just to clarify that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. The Lover's card in the reverse. This is interesting. Don't run away. Don't. It's almost like the Lover's card in the reverse basically means if you run away, you will regret this decision. So it's like don't run away from something. The Lover's card in reverse is about regret, bad choices, discord. Can you show me any more? Yeah, you got the whole world in your hands. Wait. It's almost like, especially since we're moving into the moon energy in the December, it's like wait for the outcome or wait for a result. Don't run away from it. Don't discard it straight away. Otherwise you will regret it. I feel like there's something here that you've waited for that you're going to achieve, and I feel like it's going to pop out of nowhere. It's going to be a huge plot twist right at the end of the year for you. Intuitively, I feel like they're saying don't give up on something. Okay, now we got the Moon card. This is December. The Moon card is about facing fears, releasing illusions, and no longer being confused about something. The Moon card is about, you know, plot twist energy, something sort of coming out of nowhere and making voluntary changes. It's almost like, as you can see, the Moon card, you can see the crab sort of claws there. Crabs tend to be defensive. They're ready to fight. They're ready to protect themselves, okay? They're built to protect and sort of fight should they need to. So I feel like that's the energy that you've embodied. They really want you to be aware of that defensiveness energy with this card. The moon card, there is an opportunity that lies in the shadow. Something is all, it's not all what it seems in December. And I feel like you're going to find intuitively there is a really positive spin on it. Let's see what's coming out here for you. Page of Swords. This keeps a very, very philosophical year where you may be seeking greater wisdom, a lot of learning. This is a good year for your learning for you. Thank you so much. But also something that you've been yearning for, you're going to receive, and it's going to be very, very successful. I mean, this is great. Oh, one more. If they give you a King of Pentacles, Aries, run out and put money on the lottery like right now. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Well, you got your fourth king. That is for sure. You got your King of Cups. Okay, but you also got King and Queen of Cups. So this could be a partnership, could also be a loving relationship. You're ending on a high there. The Page of Swords, I mean, there's three people here. So either you're entering into a group success, because the Six of Wands is good news. It's success, okay? The Page of Swords is about learning, opportunity, and, you know, following your heart, but, you know, investigating a new way of thinking or a new idea, being curious. But also it is about people being curious about you. With that King of Swords, I feel like there's someone here who is thinking about offering you something. That's what I feel with this energy, but it can also connect to the fact that something you've been trying to work out or thinking about, strategizing, you're taking action on it after having a plan. So it's like investigate the plan, then take action on the plan. You will be successful. You'll also come into alignment with love. I mean, these two are made for each other, okay? So I'm just going to clarify separately just to make sure it's not three people, and it's actually a message which is basically everything that you're investigating, any new focuses that you have, think before you act, and you will be very successful. You'll be rewarded heavily with good news and good fortune. And, you know, if you're looking for love, you're aligning yourself with love, but make sure you have self-care first before you open yourself up to love, especially since that King of Cups is holding back on launching like that great love or that great opportunity. So because it feels uncertain, but I feel like even in uncertain times, you're going to manage to thrive. So let me just clarify if this is three people or if this is you embodying this energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. It's about celebration, embodying celebration. So it's not three people, okay? Otherwise they would have given me a 3. So yeah, it's about celebration. It's about homecoming. It's about finding your place in the world. It's about recognizing that you're nearly there. You're at the finish line, nearly. Sorry, they're just giving me something. Okay, so it's a song, and it's I Want It All. They're giving me a couple of times, I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. Okay, so I mean that's obviously a very famous song there. So either that's a song you just heard on the radio, or that's a song that you will hear after this reading, or it's a song that will signify good news about to come on into you. This is an important song for you as we move throughout 2022. So really pay close attention. Even if you're out in the store and it plays, I would look for the next couple of days after for some really good news that comes in your way, okay? But I mean, that may be how you're feeling right now. I want it. You're done waiting, so you want it now. You want to go after something, but this signifies that you'll be very, very successful. You've had so many successful cards come out here, so a lot of positive news there. If you're looking for love, you will find the love of your dreams. It'll be a surprise, out of nowhere. All of a sudden there is love. All of a sudden there is partnership. Okay, but it's about loving yourself fully. If you are wanting to, if you're in a relationship already, you're deepening your commitment to somebody. But I feel like this is about following your heart and achieving your true intentions and meeting your expectations in 2022. A lot of positive breakthrough moments. I'm just going to see if there's anything detrimental or anything negative that you need to be aware of, because, you know, forewarned is forearmed, isn't it? They want those, okay. Two of Cups in the reverse, and Ace of Swords in the reverse. They want me to go again, so I will. So the Two of Cups in the reverse is like to separate from things that, you know, make you stressed or give you mental blockage, or people who, or situations where you feel like they're not telling you the truth or the whole truth. Okay, anyone who leaves you disappointed or they're undecided. Yeah, it's better to be alone than to be with situations or people that don't vibe with you, who are not on the same page as you. The Two of Cups there in the reverse is about to separate, or disagreements or disinterest. It's almost like take your interest or your attention off things that leave you clouded or don't inspire you, or, you know, you feel like people are dishonest with you. You know, separate from those people. You know, they don't really have anything to offer. So they're indicating, you know, if people are, you know, have an inability to commit to you, for example, Aries, leave them all in the past. The Four of Swords says you are protected and redirected. It's better off to be in a solitary energy than to connect to anything that's going to cause you confusion or try to chip away at your heart. I mean, that's an obvious message to get there. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, it will just lead to heartbreak. Okay, it will just hurt you even further. Whilst it is wonderful to give people the benefit of the doubt and an opportunity to give them another chance and show their true colors, or show that they're truly sorry, sometimes, you know, if we give more than 1, 2, 3 chances, we got to take it for what it is. This person or this situation is not going to change. You have to be the change. As I said, if you can't see the light, it means you are the light. If you can't see someone changing, then you be the change. Okay, I'm just going to give you one more. Let go. Four of Pentacles is let go. Let go, let it flow. Open yourself up to vulnerability of new situations. And the right people, the right situations are all going to gravitate towards you. So that's a very, very positive message. Okay, and I'll get a final card for you before I close the reading. The yearly readings tend to be very, very long. That's why it takes a lot of energy out of me. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now, right now, they're showing me a character from a film. They're giving me Neo. That's from the Matrix, right? So either your name is Neo, or you feel like you're living in the Matrix. I mean, most of us think we're living in the Matrix at the moment. But it's like seeing things in reality, or Neo means new, right? I think Leo means new, or maybe it means new light or something. I'm going to have to look that up. That's quite profound, actually. So I'll look that up. But they're just giving me Neo from... So either you just watched, rewatch. I mean, I know there is like a new film out. I'm not talking about that. This is old school. I'm just seeing them old school, this character. So it's not about that. So I'll just leave it there. If it connects to you in some way, then there's something in this message for you. If it's not, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. Final card here, we have gift. Okay, so this year you are going to be gifted quite heavily. You know, it's number 24. When you use it, 2 + 4 is 6. The number that's important to you that keeps coming up for you here, 6. The racehorse had number 6 on it. Giving and receiving, affection, offer, tangible. So this is all about balance. You know, generosity, giving and receiving, but also there's going to be a lot of affection here in the year ahead. So a lot of positive energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Oh, we only got one. Oh, you are kidding my face. I do not believe it. I'm sorry. I got really excited there. I do apologize. I close my eyes when I pull the trinkets, and of course you cannot see that. You can't see my eyes, so you do have to trust me on that. And I can promise you this. I love to be surprised, and you just got a freaking racehorse. So I'm loving that. Okay, so this is really important. I'm speechless. Sometimes I am speechless by the way Spirit gives things, but this means success, movement forward, a desire to elevate, okay, and win. Destiny is playing a huge part in your world in 2022, and you're going to see yourself winning a lot more than you have been, okay? I'm just getting a cold breeze underneath my arm. It's almost like an ancestor sort of stroking my arm. I feel like you're being guided. They're giving me true chills here. So if you've, I don't know, if you're extending your arm doing something, either painting or writing or something, and you felt a cold breeze underneath your arm, they really want you to be aware that your ancestor, one of your relatives, is with you going, it's okay, I'm guiding. They're helping. they're supporting. Okay, so that's something there. They want me to put this on the sun energy for you. So you're going to feel that motivation to succeed and get going on your projects, your goals and dreams, and you're going to thrive. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. I'll leave it there. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel, completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading. And thank you so much, and love and light.